Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Today we're going to make a flip page mini album or folio, whichever you decide to use it for. It's kind of like a multi-function thing. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you like my video, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up and check out my other ones. Now this paper here is not the one I'm going to make the little album out of, but I'm going to show you how I did my scores on this one. So I have my other one already cut, but I just wanted to show you how to score it. Now keep in mind, if you have a directional paper, like it's a 12 by 12, so you have to have a 12 by 12 or a couple 12 by 12s. If you have directional paper, before you score your first score, you're going to want to turn it on its side. So you can kind of see the flowers look one way, and when you turn it, they look a little sideways. Or you can envision that right now. So our first score is going to be at the 6-inch mark. And then we're going to turn it back, and we're going to score at 4 inches and 8 inches. Okay. Now let me see. I think that's all we have to score. Yes, it is. So I'll take this off here. And now I'll turn it this way because we can see these lines better, or at least anyways I can. So we have it like this right now. We just scored our 4 and our 8. So you're going to want to turn it back to your 6-inch mark, or your 6-inch score. And just kind of fold it in half. Fold your top and bottom down. Okay, now we have it back at our 6-inch mark, or our 6-inch score line. So we have to make a cut. So we're going to start from here at this point where these two lines intersect, and we're going to cut all the way down to the bottom here. So we're going to cut from there just right straight down. You can do it with your scissors, or you can do it with your cutter, however you are comfortable doing it. So I'm going to lay this one aside because I already have my little album cut. So here, and I have little notes made on it so I know what goes where. So I did my cut from that mark where these intersect, and I cut it all the way down. And just so, I think it's just easier to do it while you're in this part of it here. These two flaps right here, they're going to need trimmed off a little tiny bit. So all I did was put the edges together, and I trimmed this little tiny bit off. Just these little 2 tiny strips. And that's just going to free up the bulk in the little album. So let's turn it back to here, and we are going to fold it over. And we're going to take, so this is the top, and this is going to be the front of our album. So when you're cutting your line also, you'll just want to make sure what you want on the front of your album. I should have said that before, but I didn't. But this paper here really doesn't matter. So it might be good to just use an overall print. Otherwise, you have to pay attention to the front of your album. So we're going to take the left top part here, and we're just going to fold it down. And we're going to take this flap, fold it back once, fold it on itself, and then we're going to fold this over. Now when we come back here to the front, where this folds up, this is going to be a side pocket. So we're going to have a side pocket right here. So when we glue, we'll only glue the bottom, but we'll be there in just a second. So we have these flaps, this flap folded. We're going to fold these back. Then we're going to take the flap on the right and we're just going to fold it over. Now this is where we had to cut that little tiny bit of bulk out, because when we fold this over, that leaves room for our fold, so it's not binding in there. So I hope jumping around hasn't confused anybody. So this is going to be a top pocket. So while we're right here in this position, we'll go ahead and we will glue our top pocket. And all we have to do is glue along the bottom and up the side. Clean the glue off of the tip of my glue top. So I kind of confused myself on where I was gluing when I was trying to put this together and figure it out. So I drew some little lines to give me guidance. And if you have to make little marks or little lines, little notes on your stuff where nobody's going to see it, you just go ahead and do that. I do that quite often. Sometimes I'll make little marks or something, and then I'll erase it. Oh, and before we glue that down, we're going to want to do our thumb notch, and you can do it with your circle punch or anything you have. So I'm just going to do it with this, and then we can, and I didn't get that in the center. Now we can fold this over, and we're going to want to make sure that we line it up at the top. So that is our top pocket. I don't know if I can come into that and make one on the side of it. I probably make it look not very good. We'll see what it looks like. Yeah, that makes it a little bit bigger, so it doesn't look like it's off by so much. Okay. Now we're going to just leave this folded and flip this up. Now before I get too far ahead of myself, I'm going to just leave this all together. Just turn it to the side. Take my little flap here, and I'm going to put my notch in here also. Now if you want to ink anything, you need to be inking while you're going. Let's see. So again, I don't have it in the center, so we'll just make it a little bit bigger. And then I can just trim that out. I didn't get quite so lucky on that one. There we go. Good enough. Okay. So let me see. Give me just 1 second. Okay, so before I sat down, I actually didn't think about my ink. So I don't want to ink anything dark on it because it is just all soft colors. But so I'm just using a soft pink just to kind of cover up the edges a little bit. And if you don't like this white showing, you could always ink the inside of it or just stick something in there. I don't really think I have to ink too much on these. Let me just see where I can see white at, and then I'll ink by it. So I didn't ink this, so we'll just see if I can ink down in there a little bit. I left a little tiny nubby there when I did this one too. Let me see if I can trim that out. I'm trying not to put my head in front of the camera. And if I can't, I'll just leave it. I better just leave it because it's really not noticeable. And then we'll just ink back here. And then I'm pretty sure all my little notes that I have and everything will be covered up. So I'm not worried about my notes. And then like on my flaps, I want to maybe ink my flaps because the white in these will show. Because I'm only going to mat these. This is what you need your second 12 by 12 for, and you really don't need a 12 by 12 if you have coordinating paper that will go with it that you can get your mats cut out of. You can just use something else. When you do your mats, you can do 2 different colors. Now I didn't. I just used the same color for my mats and for my my tags, because that was just easier. Because I haven't made one, so I just wanted to make sure that I was doing it right. So we have to fold this back down, flip this back, and make sure I have it all in the right place now. So I'm going to flip this up, and I'm going to glue right along this edge and glue my side pocket down. No, I don't want to glue along this edge. I want to glue along this edge. See, I even made a note and didn't look at it. Left my glue sitting there. How's everyone doing today? Yesterday we got a little bit of snow. Nothing too much, but our temperatures are kind of chilly. They're down in the 20s. But I guess that's not too bad. It is winter. Pretty soon spring will be here already. Just seems like our weeks and months and years go by faster and faster. All right, so there is our side pocket. So when we fold this back and fold this over, then this is the front of our little album. So while I'm right here, I'm just going to go ahead and decorate the front. Might as well just do them while I'm going. Then I won't confuse myself so much. Now I wanted to add this on here as my front, and this is the color that I'm using for my mats inside and my tags. So it looks okay on there by itself, but I thought we would mat it with white because there's white in this also, and I thought that would make it look pretty. And then I want to put some little gems in the flowers, which I didn't grab my gems either, so I'll have to do that. Because, you know, why should I want to make sure I have everything to begin with. I almost forgot that I had to make tags for it. I've done that in the past though. Gotten almost done and either forgot my tags or forgot my decorations. So then I had to stop. But that's okay. What's everybody working on lately? Okay, this goes this way. And I thought the colors in these flowers and this background went good with these. So that's why I chose them. Sometimes when I get ready to decorate, it's like, oh, what am I supposed to do with this? And then I'll put something down and I'll think, yeah, I can do that. And then I'll think about it a little bit more and think I don't really like it. So I'll do something else. Then finally it'll all come together. Anybody else have that problem? And I like to have my stuff all gathered when I'm off camera, because I don't want to sit and dig through stuff on camera. That would make me nervous. I'm not a fast thinker. I have to think about it. Okay, so I think that'll look pretty on there, and I'm just going to put it in the center. Now I could have done this on 3 sides, and this could have been a pocket. I could have put it on the little foamy dots to raise it up to make it dimensional, and I didn't think about that until right now after I already put glue on it. But that would have looked cute, even if I would have put the white down and then popped these up on pop dots. That would have looked nice. I didn't think of that. Now I don't want to put my gems on until I get my other stuff on. But I have a couple gems here, so I'll lay them here so hopefully I don't forget them. And I'll do them when I get done with this other stuff. So let me see. On this part here, now this is the back of our flap. On this part here, I'm going to put just a little pocket down in this corner. Trying to see which one goes here. Now, if you wanted to make a little photo album out of this, you wouldn't probably want to add pockets and tags. You might want to leave these backgrounds all just plain for your photos. Or if you add the pockets in with the little tags, you can put small pictures, and then you could also have your little tag to journal on about the picture. So it would still be like a little scrapbook photo album, just mini. And you could carry that in your purse, like your little brag book. So you could do stuff like that. All kinds of ways that you can use these little folio album things for. Just have to use your imagination. A lot of times I think of other things while I'm in the process of doing it. Okay, so let's see. I think I had this little paper to go with my pocket. Yes, I think I did. So now I'm only going to glue this. Hopefully I'm on camera. I'm only going to glue 3 sides just to leave this open a little bit more. And you can also round your corners. Since I didn't already do that, I'm not going to. But I actually like the corners rounded. I can just go around this a little bit. The corners on this little paper is rounded a little bit. And then it's just a little journal paper, has lines on the front and all this space on the back. Since you can get photos in so many different sizes, you could say you had a photo. You could put your photo up here if it was a shorter one, or even if it was a little bit bigger one. You could put your photo in there, even if it come down here more. You could have your photo, and then you could have your little tag that tells all about the photo. So it all works well together. All right, so we're going to leave that there. I'm almost thinking that I'm missing one of my tags. I might have put it away, and if I did, I'll have to get it back out. But we'll wait and see. All right, now over on this side, I'm going to put just a little side tuck pocket, and you would still have room here for a photo. And your photos don't always have to go this way also. They can, or this way. They can go this way where you turn it sideways and look at it. Just trying to give all kinds of ideas out, because the lines on this go up and down, sideways. So you would turn it a little bit to write on it anyway. And these corners, I'm going to round them because they'll slide in and out a little bit easier. I'm just going to fold it over, round it. This paper is just lightweight printer paper, so it cuts better when the paper's folded. And I like this. This has lines on. Says there's a little spot for the date and today's thoughts. So you can journal on that. And you have the back to journal on also. Generally, I have this stuff inked, but, well, I guess I didn't get that far. So, really doesn't take that much longer on this little stuff. So, I'm just going to glue very close to the edge, hopefully. And I'm leaving it in away from the edge just a little tiny bit. And then that'll slide in there. So like I say, you can also have a photo behind it. Even if you have your photo in here, the paper will cover it up, but when you take it out to read about it, then your photo would show. Otherwise, like I say, you don't have to add this extra stuff. Now let's see, what are we doing here? I took I took pictures. Oh, I see. All right, so I'm going to have another little envelope here. Let me just look a second. Okay, just wanted to make sure I was doing the right thing. So I guess this that I've been using as my photo is the tag for this pocket. So I didn't lose it anyway. Normally, if I would have rounded the edges, the outside edges, I would have rounded all of the mats and everything. But I forgot, so. Okay. Well, that's not straight. I'm gonna let this little piece of paper get the best of me, or what? Okay. Okay, now I'm just going to do the same thing and just glue the two sides down. Should have had that down a little bit farther. Go up too high, I won't have as much pocket space. And then I'm just leaving a border around this also. And then my little tag can go in there. And we also have journal space on the back of this. And we can write in here. I don't think it matters too much which way this goes. Okay. Now, as long as I'm right here on the bottom of this pocket, I'm just going to do this butterfly. Now, if you have intentions of doing a photo, you can just glue down the bottom of your butterfly if your photo is going to come down farther, and then it'll slide under there. Okay, so you would only glue like the bottom part of your butterfly down. Even if it was going to go this way, you would just figure out the size of your photo and how much of the butterfly that you want to glue. But I'm just going to glue the whole butterfly down. And you can just glue the butterfly down all the way and put a smaller photo on there. I liked the colors in this butterfly with this paper. I thought it was really pretty. Now we'll have to give him some antennas. I'm not sure if I have little gems out for him or not. If I don't, I'll have to get some because I want some little gems on him also. No, them are blue. So I don't think I want blue. Them are a little bit of red. I actually like to do 3 gems. So I'll have to grab gems for him or her, whatever it may be. Okay, so now we can open this up and we can start matting these. Now I have to see which is my mats. Okay, so that's one of my mats, and this is one of my mats. Okay, so let me just ink around this flower a little bit. My idea with this flower is, I guess it goes this way. My idea with this is the top of this could be glued down, and this could be a tuck spot. So I think I'm going to do that with that flower, and I didn't get anything to tuck under there. And I guess I should tell you the size of my mat. The mats are 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. So that's the size of these two mats. I almost forgot to tell you the size, but what you want to do is you want to measure your fold if you want it to go all the way to the end, or if you want to leave a little border. I've left a little border around mine. So actually, instead of going by my measurement, you're going to want to measure how big you want your mat. So now this paper was from a 12 by 12 because I didn't have anything else that I wanted to use on here, and this was out of the same paper pad, so they're already made to coordinate. Of course, this is some more of that scrapbook paper that I've had forever. I just keep whittling away at it. Maybe sometime or other I can get it used up. And I'm just trying to line these up. They don't have to be perfect, but just trying to line them up to see if I can get them about the same. So I'm just going to glue around the top part of this flower, and I'll have to see if I can find something to tuck up under there. I should be able to find something. I just kind of want it centered. Stuck my finger in the glue. And then that leaves that open, so that'll make a nice tuck, a nice top tuck. Now down here on the bottom I have this little tiny tag shape, so I just want to put that down here, and I'm going to do the 3 sides, and I'm just going to go from here and leave the top of it open. So I have to find something small to tuck down here too. Thought I had everything, but I guess I didn't. Okay, so now we have a tuck right there also. All right. Now we have to decorate our tags, and then we'll find something for them because I have to get gems for the butterfly. All right, this is my top. This is my top tag. So that'll go in this pocket. I want to run my ruler down in there, make sure it's open all the way. Feels like it. So before I decorate it, let me make sure here I got everything done. Yes, I do. Okay, before I decorate this, and I'm going to round the bottom corners. I'll just make sure it fits. Just have this thing about folding it over and rounding them at the same time. Just takes less time. Okay, so that fits down in there nice. And I'm going to cut my tag shape. So we'll just do this one, I think. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. All right. I'm just looking here a minute. All right. Now, on my tags, I'm making little pockets also, just to give some extra, this will go in here, just to give some extra journaling space. And seeing as how I'm going to do that, I'm going to glue all 3 sides down, so I might have to cut this a little narrower still. Couldn't think of or couldn't figure out anything that I wanted to decorate the tags with, so I thought I would just do little pockets and another tag. Well, that's not straight at all. So let's try this again. And I didn't ink. So let's ink. Okay. I'm not going to cut the little, I don't think. Should I? Maybe. Maybe I'll just cut a little, just a little one. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so I think I'll glue it in the center instead of gluing it off to the side. And I'll try to stay close so I don't make my pocket too small. And then we'll see if it fits. Well, it does fit. Yay. So that's good. All right. Now, on the top of it, I'm going to add one of my little tabs. And this is from my whale tail tab that I got for Christmas. I'm so excited. And I didn't ink the back of these tags. And I think that's all right. Okay, there we go. Let me check on the time. Well, we're getting there. Okay. And now this is, oh, and another thing I wanted to do was, even though I have the tag on there, I want to make a little hole and put some twine through it, just so I have the little tassel thing off of the top. Oh, and I have to add my butterfly on there too. This looks like the baker's twine, but it's actually just a cotton, like a cotton thread. Okay. Yeah, so I like that. All right, now I'm going to add this butterfly over here because I like the colors of all of it together. And we're just going to stick this back in here. And stick this down in here. And when that's folded up, I probably could have cut my tag just a little bit shorter, but I think the tag sticking up like that looks nice. Okay, now on this tag, all I'm going to do is make another pocket, and I only backed it with white because I don't have any more of this paper here. So I just backed it with white. I'm going to put a butterfly on here, and we're going to put this tag in. So I'm going to go off and do that real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, so we're done. I went ahead and did that tag. I put my gems on my flowers. So we have our side tag here, and I put the little tab on the side so it would fit in the pocket. So I didn't like the butterfly on this side, so I just overlapped it on the tab a little bit, and that doesn't hurt a thing. So that's our side tag, and I like the way the tabs hang out. And then we had this little journal spot. Then we had this journal paper. Then we fold this over. We have another little journal spot, and just a place for, if you're not using it for an album, you can just write on a piece of paper and paper clip it on. You can even do that. Then we fold out our tabs, our flaps, and we have, I never did look for anything to put up here. So, we'll find something. But you have a tuck spot up here, and then we have a little tuck spot over here, and then we have our top tag with another little pocket. So I think this is a nice little album / folio, whatever you want to use it for. And then when we fold this back, because this is the back, I didn't I didn't put anything on this, but you also could. You could add something to that. So you just fold this flap over. Make sure our little stuff is all in there. Fold that over, and this is our front. So then I just use this same cotton thread, wrapped around it a couple of times. Kind of even up my strings. I'm never good at tying these things. But you can put anything on as a closure. With nothing too much in it, it lays pretty flat. But you can use whatever you want to close it with. You can even just put a little paper clip on it. So that's my video for today. So let me know down in the comments what you think. I think it turned out pretty cute, and I like the way the tabs stick out. So that's it for today, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye for now.